Whatever you're drinking or smoking, I want some of that.
Good morning, Naughty Nicky.
Morning.
How you doing, big boy?
Good. Hello, come on in here. Come on in, I'll take care of the luggage.
Okay.
The driver will open this door. All right. She's the air conditioner on. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's been raining. Yep. Mine. Can't do mine till the door closes. Can you get mine? Can you get mine? Can you see it? Yeah. Without the signal. Well, yeah. You always think, oh, be an accent. It's when you hear passionate things. I always have, even when the show was warm.
So how many Virgin cruises have we got? Counting this? Four.
Oh, we've been on
And are they,
three.
yeah, are they all, all the same?
Yeah.
They are.
Even the ships are pretty much the same.
Okay, can you get,
It must be great for you to keep wanting to go if it's the same, right? It
can
must
you
be
get
that good.
mine?
Yeah.
Well, the shows change, don't they? Have, you
Yeah,
know?
but the ships are
Well, yeah, but that's a plus.
Yeah, because most people, if they go on a ship and then the next year, they don't want to go on the same ship. They want to go on a different ship. Virgin, you would want to go every year.
We literally did the same cruise 1 year, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
The same exact thing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going. I'm going to go. I mean, that's the only ship I want to go on, and I'm going to go.
And it's a large ship and not huge, you know, so it's not thousands upon thousands of people,
Yeah.
which, well, like Carnival or something.
Yeah, we have Icon here, and a woman told me the other day that she didn't bring shoes, so she didn't bring the right type of shoes, so she had to buy shoes on the ship. And she was at dinner and she forgot her phone in her cabin, and it took her an hour to go. It took her an hour to get up, go get her phone, and come back.
Yeah.
By the time she came back, they were all done with dinner.
Sure. Yeah.
We're going to the Fort Lauderdale airport.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, the dinner's great.
Yeah, I had.
You want to go out for drinks?
Yeah, I hear everything is great. Yeah.
Did you see those 3 women shoot with each other? Yeah. I hadn't noticed it on ship. Well, maybe they don't wear them on ship. They probably do, but why are you coming? I can't do anything. Well, that's what I mean. Maybe they did wear them on the ship. I suppose they could eat. Because that hard. You know, sitting
Thanks again for squeezing us in, man.
It worked out. I just dropped off people at the Grayson Hotel right here across from the port. I told you I picked them up at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a woman in a wheelchair. I didn't know that, so it did take longer. I don't know why people don't tell me when they have a passenger in a wheelchair. I think they feel like if they say that, a lot of shuttle companies won't book the reservation.
I think that's true.
Because I was very surprised. He told me this morning we're going to be the last ones off the flight because we have a passenger in a wheelchair. My response was, "Why are you telling me this?" No, my instinct was to say, "Why are you telling me this now?"
Yeah.
I just didn't answer, and I said, "Okay," but I was like, "Why are you telling me this now?"
Yeah.
If it's going to be 20 minutes, a half hour later because of the person in the wheelchair, that's fine. But I needed to know that before, not the day of. But it worked out. This woman must have been about 70 pounds.
Oh.
So
Little bitty.
they lifted her up, put her in the van, no problem. They lifted her up out of the chair, no problem. The chair fits in the trailer. When it's like that, it doesn't even make a difference. But there are some people that it takes them a half hour to get out of the chair and in the van.
Right.
And then it takes them another half hour to get out of the van into the chair, mostly because they're scared. If nobody can lift you, right?
Well, right.
Right. And then you start yanking people and that hurts, right? You start lifting people up by the arms. I know. I stopped doing that years ago. I stopped helping people that can't help themselves because I've been accused of hurting people. Because I'm like, come on, you ready? 1, 2, 3. And then they scream. And then their family members get mad. And I say, oh, I am so sorry. I won't touch your family member again. So now I have to sit back and watch. And sometimes it does take a very long time. But not today.
I think you can lift them under the armpits. And you
That's what I always thought, but I guess, remember, sometimes people are very heavy, right? So
Right.
that weight is compounded,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You could take their arm out of their socket because I'm strong. So if I lift them up thinking they're going to follow, their whole arm could come out of their socket.
Right.
So the more heavier someone is, the less you can do it. With them, they just, the son or whoever he was, cradled her like a baby and just
Right.
lifted her right up and put her in.
Sure.
Like I said, she was probably under 90 pounds, under 80 pounds. She was very skinny, very frail. Yeah.
The thing is, you think, oh, well, don't gain weight if you're going to be in a wheelchair. But eating is one of the pleasures, and maybe one of the only pleasures you've got. So you're going to eat.
Well,
You're gonna get
but
too
but
heavy.
yeah, but some illnesses. She was very old. She was the senior citizen, but some illnesses you lose a lot of weight, right? Cancer and stuff.
Oh, sure.
You lose your appetite. I don't know her situation, but she was very old and very frail, and I think she had tubes coming out of her mouth. She had a CPAP. She had a CPAP machine connected to
Oh,
the.
dear.
So she was elderly, had a hard time breathing,
Big problem.
and very light. So who knows what the condition is? Yeah.
I wonder what they were going to do.
I was surprised. I guess a lot of these trips are people's bucket lists too. Matter of fact, you ever heard of the cruise line Holland America?
Yeah.
I've brought coffins on that ship. They've done 47-day cruises around South America,
Oh, yeah.
in the Panama Canal, all the way around, 47 days. And some people have a hospice charity program where the hospice charity donates the ticket for them to go on, and they hire me to bring the coffins in the trailer. I guess what's the other word for it? I don't know. Is there another word for coffin? I don't know. Is there?
No, not that
But I stack them up in the trailer, and then the handicap van pulls them, and I follow the handicap van with the trailer with the coffins. And then they come with gurneys, like looks like little carts with wheels, and they stack them all up. They label them, and then the coffin goes right up with the luggage, right inside the ship, because these people are terminal and. They don't know if they're going to make 47 days, and I hear Holland America has a good mortuary or a funeral parlor, whatever. So you can actually do your service on the ship. So family members will go with their family members on there, and if the family member passes, they actually have the service on the ship.
Wow.
Holland America, it's called. I think it's called the Amsterdam does it, because they have a built-in mechanism for that. Yeah.
That sounds terrible in a way, but in a way it sounds great.
I think it sounds great. If you've been in
Take a
hospice for
trip.
5 years and now's your time,
Yeah.
why not,
Why not go?
yeah. I mean,
If you're gonna die, you're gonna die anyway.
you can also have
Right.
burial at sea.
Right.
I don't know that they would do that, but that would be pretty interesting. The military does that, right?
Right.
Burial at sea.
They just jumped the body.
They did
Yeah.
that. They did that to Saddam Hussein. They did that to Osama bin Laden.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Dropped
Osama
him
bin
in?
Laden. Osama bin Laden. They wrapped him up in white cloth, and they just, on the back of the boat, they had some people just kind of say a prayer, I guess a Muslim prayer, and then they videotaped it to show everybody. They didn't want to make a tombstone or anything to make a martyr out of him, so people would celebrate him and put flowers. They didn't want to do that after what he did, so they figured, let's get rid of the body, but we have to prove it, so we can't just cremate. We have to prove that this body's gone. And so they videotaped the whole thing, and then they showed you the body going right off the back of the ship, and it was like made for it. It was like a chute that the body just went like that and then sunk in the water. Yeah. Which back in the day, I'm sure a lot of sailors, think about it, if you got sick on a ship, a pirate ship or something, I'm sure they would just go, right in the water, yeah.
What else could you do?
Yeah.
I knew that. I didn't want to talk.
You're not going to keep them on board and then go bury them. You're going to just throw them over.
Well, I knew when he was shot, they were debating whether to show his face because Muslims apparently don't look at the dead. And yet, we want to prove that you did it. So, I don't know what they decided. And I didn't know he was married to somebody.
I don't know, but I'm getting dizzy with this carbon monoxide. I don't know about you.
It's
Do you
bad.
smell it?
Yeah.
I smell it. This will kill you, carbon monoxide. Terrible. Especially I'm behind these two diesel
It's dry,
trucks,
yeah.
and then another one behind me right here.
Yeah.
I'm breathing in all this
in a
diesel.
bad position.
That's what's good about Tesla. Tesla has these filters that filter out this contaminant.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I have a Tesla.
Teslas no carbon monoxide can get into Tesla.
Bill, did you hear that?
No.
He says, we're smelling you on the exhaust. He said Tesla has a filter that filters that all out.
Yeah, you got a biohazard as a sitting in your day.
Yeah, you could tell.
If you take a fart in the
And they float too. They float, right? So they're so airtight, they float, and then all the air that gets sucked in for the air conditioning system gets filtered out with special filters. Where this van, like most cars, are not like that.
No.
If this van sank, water would seep in. Any vehicle, most likely, but not Tesla. But I smell the carbon monoxide from being in this tunnel, so it's it's not good for you. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, tunnels are supposed to have exhaust systems, and this has some silly fans. Like, you can see these fans coming up. I don't even know if they're on. Are those fans even on? It doesn't look like they're on. But those fans wouldn't do anything anyway. Look, that fan's not even on up there. See that? Watch when we go in front of this bus. There's 4 fans, 2 facing this way, and they're not even on. I don't even know that they would work, but they're not even on. See them? Yeah, I don't think they do much good either, but they're not even on. You want something to drink? Yeah, I have some. I have a good bottle of water. Matter of fact, you can have it.
I took it last time.
You can have it. I got a good bottle of. This is a brand new bottle of Fresh Market water.
Drawn fresh today.
Yeah. Water and coffee every day, and nicotine tablets. They should have made 2 tunnels, one for the trucks and one for the cars.
Yeah. Like everything else, when they made this, the traffic wasn't this bad.
Right? But they did know that this is where the trucks were going to come. The
Right.
Port Miami is half cargo, half passenger, and the exhaust that these things are giving off is ridiculous, especially when there's traffic like this. And it's dangerous. What if they back up, right? If they back up by accident or they're on a hill and they squish a little car, at least if there's another 18-wheeler behind it, it's okay. It'll bounce off the bumper. But sometimes these guys put the van in the truck in neutral and they're not paying attention, and before they put it in gear, they roll back 3-4 feet, and if the person in front of them is tailgating, that truck bounces right off the car, and then that pushes into the other car. There's accidents in this tunnel all the time from these trucks not putting it in gear. Like right now, he's got the foot on the brake. If he lets the foot off the brake at this pitch, sometimes it goes backwards. And if the guy's not careful, he can smash into the person in front of him. Because this is pretty steep right now. Now we're going up. It's pretty steep.
I can't tell.
Yeah, we just went down and now we're going up. A lot of traffic. I don't know why, but not a very nice day today.
But it's just that storm that we exiting in Florida.
There is a storm today?
Well, no, I say we got a winter storm was it Saturday? Well, yeah, Friday before we came on this trip, we were slated for ice and snow.
Well, I guess if it was cold, this would all be snow.
Yes. And so, they're still digging it, but now it's coming to Florida and it's just rain.
Right, it turns rain, right?
In time to tell you how much snow or ice was on the ground?
No.
None?
Yeah, using the camera.
Okay. Did that tree fall across your road?
Yeah, the snow when it turned out.
Oh, good.
traffic on the other side. Not good.
You have to go back to work today?
Yeah, I do. When I go this way, I'm always looking at that way.
Yeah.
As much as I'm looking, because like I have to know how crowded it really is, because that means the GPS is telling everybody to still get on the highway. And there's a couple of ways to get back and forth. You can take the beach, you can take Federal Highway, you can take Dixie Highway, you can take the Turnpike. There's ways to get east and south, north and south.
Yeah.
The trick is don't get caught in that traffic,
Yeah.
because you can't get off, especially when you're in the express lane. We're just entering the express lane now. Now there's nowhere to get off of here, so
So you try to assess it.
yeah, I assess it. Most people are going to Miami. You know, it's the big city. It is the beginning of the weekend, or it is the weekend. Today's Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the weekend, and people are coming down for the weekend still. Saturday, most come Friday, but a lot of people come Saturday, and that's, you know, that's a lot of traffic. That's an hour right there. We just drove through an hour's worth of wait time. Yeah, it takes a long time to get from north and south in this part of Florida. If you're not, if you don't know which way to go, the best way to go. Yeah. But there's two ways to think. Some people think, oh, when it's raining, it's everybody's going slower, so it's probably more traffic. But in a way, since there's so much tourism, when it rains, the tourists don't go out. They change their plans. So in reality, it should be less vehicles on the road when it rains. So even though everybody's driving slower, it's less vehicles. So I kind of prefer to always drive in the rain, because it's less vehicles, and I know how to drive fast in the rain, so it doesn't slow me up as long as there's not that many cars. So the rain it's not as bad as you would think, because we're still moving, and it's moving now on the other side. It just bottlenecked, so it wasn't as bad as I thought. It's moving now, and mostly because when it rains, a lot of the tourists don't want to drive the rental car in the rain. Where are you going in the rain? You might as well stay in the hotel. What time's your flight? 6?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Sit in the area there.
Very good at that week. Good at steering.
I got a better idea.
Yeah, I'm not really down for that stuff, man. I got work.
I'm down. I have no dignity.
You have dropped him off.
Well, there is a great 24-hour diner right by the airport called Lester's Diner, and they let you bring the luggage in, and it's a real diner, a Greek diner. So it's got every kind of food, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner, desserts, shakes, everything. They don't mind how long you stay there. It's a really big place. A lot of times I drop people off there. They spend a couple hours there, hang out, bathrooms and all that. The food is much better than any food you're going to buy in the airport, much cheaper. Plus you can't really sit at a restaurant in the airport. They're going to kick you out. Food's not that good. It's a lot of money. But Lester's Diner is a place that I drop off people, and you can always take an Uber XL from there to the airport. So just an idea for you. You don't have to spend 4 hours in the airport. You can spend an hour and a half, 2 hours in the diner, and then take your time, call the Uber XL or 2 Uber XLs. I don't know if you can fit in one. Maybe you can fit in one. Try calling one, see if you can fit. If you can't fit, call another. might be an idea, just rather than just also hang out at the airport for all these hours. And then if you're going to think about not going to the airport and going somewhere else, you could also go to the Guitar Hotel, the Hard Rock Guitar Hotel, which is a casino and a mall, free to get in. It's a little further than Lester's, so I mean, but it's still 15 minutes away. Lester's is 5 minutes away from the airport. The Hard Rock Casino is 15 minutes away. So the Uber itself may a couple of bucks more. So just an idea. I'll send you a text message if you want to check our availability and book the shuttle. You'll do it over text message. All right, I'll send you that text now. You're welcome.
K-band.
I don't know how I can get it turned. Is it bothering you?
No.
Oh, well.
Hey, listen, we're going to try something when we get there. It may or may not work, but there's a flight that leaves at 12:55 nonstop. Okay? It's pushing it. It leaves out of gate B at 2. So we
that first door you're gonna go in right there where it says Southwest. I'll open the doors for you.
Thanks, Chief.
Yep, you're gonna go right through that first door right there.